Hi everybody, it's Dr. Lisa Ann Homick from Homick Advanced Chiropractic and Brain Sense Boot Camp. And I am going to go over my blog posting, my most recent one. I'm going to read it off my phone, and I'm going to add in the extra stuff I didn't put in the blog because that makes it more fun for the video. But first, I wanted to let you know I'm conducting an educational workshop. It's called How I Talked Myself Out of Headaches. So it's going to be a little bit about my experience. I'm going to give you the chiropractic key to the mind-body lock. So I'm going to tell you what the mind-body lock is. And if you've watched some of these videos, you may have an inkling of what it is. I want you to unlock your potential and fuel your brilliance. Also, upgrade your journey. We should always be growing. We should be better tomorrow than we were yesterday. We should be focusing on that. The world is an exciting place to live in, even with all this craziness going on. You don't have to participate in the craziness, but you can be in person, you can do this by Zoom, or you can do a group session. You're going to decide. You're going to pick your best venue and set a date. So this is an ongoing thing for now. I'm going to put the highlights on my blog posting, but you're going to learn how to translate the old language of illness. I call it old. It's old. We got to bury it and put it away. The old language of illness, and we're going to replace it with the new language of thriving. And you are going to be free from unnecessary obstacles. If you understand this, you can free yourself. I'm going to help you question the old and break apart inconsistencies, because there's a whole lot of them. We are just reigning in inconsistencies, and you're going to break from that. And you're going to do it with confidence. You are going to reflect on your past aha moments to fuel your future aha moments, because you've been successful in the past, and I want to help you remember that, because you can do it. You have the ability. Sometimes somebody else just has to kick you a little bit and remind you. This is not a boring talk on types of headaches and types of treatments. No. Why would I recreate what somebody else already did and I had to sit through all those classes? I don't think it helped me understand headaches and help me help people. I'm going to teach you how to help yourself in a way I did to help myself. Anyway, we don't treat, we complete. Totally different way of looking at things. And I will clarify the ABCD journey of the BFA protocol. Brain first, body follows. Let's get to the blog. Okay, so I published a blog last week, and I titled it, Your Language is Demoralizing. Can I Inspire You? So here's what I wrote, and I'm going to add in my little extra inflections, extra editorializing. So before I enrolled in chiropractic college, I learned chiropractic was a profound way to remove a serious obstacle that keeps people from living their highest potential. This is how I learned what chiropractic was, as just an individual going through life, trying to find better ways of living. This is me before chiropractic college. That was my definition of chiropractic. And also meeting some cool chiropractors. So I wanted to learn more about this profound way to remove a serious obstacle that keeps people from living their highest potential. Okay, so that sounds like just the kind of stuff you meditate on, and it's not true part of the real world. But hey, here's what happened. Then I became a chiropractic college student. It was so boring. Not all of it, but there were some parts I was really just sleeping through. Not on purpose, just saying, oh my gosh, there's so much detail here. How did I survive it? Does memorizing the nitty-gritty molecular details of the vertebral disc give me opportunity to help you grow your talents? No. Yes, there's a lot of intricate little parts in the vertebral disc. Biological parts. Yes, there's different chemicals all through your body, but there's special ones inside that intervertebral disc. And if that changes, I have to know about it. Do you know about it? No, you're not interested. Most people are not interested in learning what's the molecular makeup of an intervertebral disc. Anyway, I did it. I learned it. I wondered, when are we going to get to the good stuff? You always think you got to do the basics and blah, 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 and climb up that staircase to get to the stuff that's really interesting, the stuff that really got me excited in the first place. It didn't happen, obviously. The information was oriented to pathology and disease naming, which was interesting. And here's the funny point. No one ever talked about how to make your life better, how to overcome these diseases. We had to name them. That was so important. We had to name them. But then it stopped. Like, it came to a grinding halt. We're learning. Remember that Merck manual that I talked about months and months back with a video? The Merck manual is like this thick, 1,500 pages. It's the teeniest paper. If you turn it too fast, you're going to rip it. That is full of disease names. So, yes, I didn't realize my optimism was being sucked right out of my own brain. That was crafty of them. I've got to put it on them. I wanted to be a good student. All my life, get good grades, study hard. I wanted to be a good student, so I had to dive in and learn it. So, I'm going to tell you, this was the most challenging thing of my life at that time. A whole different way of learning, a whole different way of taking exams. I mean, I went through college writing papers. This was completely opposite of that. Okay, where I lost my place again. This was the most challenging thing I had taken on in my life at the time. Not to mention, it was self-abuse. If you, oh, there's a typo. I got to go back and fix that. If you don't mind my openness, it was, there was a portion of that was self-abuse. I put myself through it because I said, I got to make the sacrifices. Yep, you've got to do that to get where you want to go later in life. Yes, you do have to make sacrifices, but some of this was not necessary. In my spare time, when I needed an outlet from this drivel, I did a lot of extra reading in subjects that interested me. They were typically articles and books about the mind-body connection. I searched out unique chiropractic information that none of my professors were aware of. They didn't talk about it. I was going on my own path while I was trying to do it their way. So maybe I had a little bit of a double personality going on here. You do what you got to do, right? There are two worlds of health language. And I'm trying to back away from one of them. There's two types of health language. And the language you pick is going to make a difference. A complete difference in your life. I think you probably already understand that. Because you can be optimistic about life or you can be pessimistic about life. You can find the happy medium because we do have reality. But there's always a language that you can take on that will help you for the better. And I think that's what I'm trying to convey here. The mainstream medical language we were all taught does nothing but destroy our self-confidence. Just destroys it. And that reminds me of when I was pregnant. All of a sudden, everything you're doing is wrong. And you get yelled at, you get insulted, and if you don't do it, a certain way. Yeah, I'll save that for another day. But that was a very important experience in my life as well. The medical model of pregnancy and childbirth. Let me talk about children now that I'm on that topic. Children today are born sick, they are raised sick, and they're made sicker each year of their lives. Right from the get-go, they have no idea what authentic health feels like. The actual vitality that God intended them to have, children today are unaware of it. You may be unaware of it. Maybe I am. I was pretty lucky growing up. I wasn't sick. I did, have my appendix taken out in 2nd grade and had one bad episode of the flu, but I always made it to school. My attendance record was pretty decent. But I'm wondering, could I be feeling better than I'm feeling today? I feel pretty good. I'm pretty happy and I'm pretty optimistic. But I know there are people out there who think it's normal to have a puffer in your pocket or next to you since the age of 2 and your whole life. What happened? What happened? So there's a language there, and the children are learning the negative side. The language I don't want them to learn. So try it. Try it with me. Upgrade your journey. Under the pressure to make nice with everyone around me and keep my business afloat, I let myself get distracted with everyone else's language of health. They always say, start where they are. I don't want you to stay where you are. I might start where you are, but you can't stay there. Because if you do, you're not growing. You're not growing your talents, you're not growing as a person, and you're not looking forward to tomorrow. So I let myself get distracted with everyone else's language of health. No problem. I'll teach them. Easier said than done. This is really challenging. As I come clean here, I mentioned some time ago that I needed to learn more about the body so I could honor the mind-body connection. That was my whole reason for going to chiropractic college after being a mental health therapist for a number of years. I wanted to learn about the body because the mind-body connection, it's fabulous. And I wanted to add to my knowledge. People don't want to learn about their bodies. It strikes me, not everybody, but a lot of people, they're like just oblivious. They're out of touch with their own bodies. They want to manipulate their bodies. And guess what? It doesn't work. Your brain is the boss. I've been talking about this. Your brain is the boss. It's always going to take charge. And that's why people get disappointed. There's a lot of disappointment out there. They assume they can be successful with medicine, but they truly need to just be a partner with their brains. I found another typo, guys. You don't have to tell me. I found it. I'm going to fix it. I will go back later and proofread. Step 1 is to stop complaining. I used a different word in here. I don't know if I want to say it on the video. Stop complaining about pain and find out what it really means. And second, stop using the word heal. I don't even know if people use the word heal. I guess maybe I think we're talking about healing. We talk about self-healing. We talk about overcoming, being better. And but I don't want to use the word heal anymore because that puts you in a negative stance as well. That sounds weird. Healing is wonderful. We want to be healed, yes. But I don't want to look at healing comparing you to something that's bad and needs fixing. Because if you look at my other blog posting, you're already whole, you already are, you always were. Go back to that blog posting and check that out. So there's more to come. I have another blog post that I'm going to comment on. I hope you're still interested in this wonderful journey. Today may be the day to upgrade your journey. That means to honestly turn over a new leaf and not just placate yourself with demoralizing ideas. That's my whole point. And I mean, there's a lot of demoralization out there, really. I can't blame anyone. There's just a lot of negativity. We don't have to absorb that. You choose. You don't need it. Some people may think that's all that exists. This one language of health that I don't like. This language of health that's demoralizing. So if I go back to the title of my blog post, your language is demoralizing. Can I inspire you? You may not realize it. You may not realize it, but if I can give you a second option, I invite you to check it out. So, thanks for watching this far into the video. Check out the blog post. Ask me about my talk, how I talked myself out of headaches. Ask me about that educational workshop, how you can get involved, and look for the next video. But I'm so glad you're here today. Thanks for watching.